Hi everybody, a little bit later than I had planned. Not even sure if I'm going to get anybody watching, but I'm going to do another Sunday hangout session. So remember, you have the ability to chat and interact with me. Viewer interactive is what I really enjoy, and you can ask me questions on Jesmonite, me, Resin, anything you want. This is just an informal promptual. Informal promptual, is that even a word? But I'm here if anybody does want to speak or interact. But until then, I'm going to start mixing my Jesmonite, and today I'm going to be working with this new to me mould. Now this new to me mould is going to be one that I stack and build. So I'm just going to have a go with different colours, graduate. I'm actually going to see if these moulds interlink together. I'm not too sure if they're going to work, so I'm going to try it with Jesmonite, and then later in the week I'm going to try it with Resin and see what potential you get with this one. So whoever is joining me on, welcome. Sorry that it's later than I originally said. I'd like to have a good excuse. There isn't one. I just was late having lunch with my Neil, and then we started to watch an episode of The Vikings and got lost in it. So welcome everybody. Who do I have on today? I've got my iPad here so I can see who I'm chatting with. So it'd be nice to know who's on today. Who do we have in the house with me? Alison. Yes, I'm so sorry. Yeah, no excuse other than lost track of time. I was working in my day job today and I didn't get home. Well, I got home at a reasonable time, about 6:30, and then just hung out chatting to family on FaceTime, and then had food, and then watched an episode, and then thought, oops, best go upstairs. Jane Resin Craft Sims, hi, from North Wales. Nice to have somebody fairly local to me. Catherine the Paint, amazing to have you hanging out with us. Hope you're all well. Alice said, thank you, I'm glad you're going to let me off. And Patricia, you have made it. I appreciate that you may not all be able to hang out with me for the full duration. Doesn't matter, come in and out as you see fit, but it's always a place to hang out. Jackie, from Norwich, yes, get in there, another UK person. Johnny, hello. Manidia, hello again, welcome back. I hope I'm saying this right, is it Gramia? Have I said that right? I hope so. From Indiana, USA, welcome. And Canada, Vancouver. I just love, I'm having a hot flush. I'm at that time in my life, approaching 50, where I start off I feel cold and then suddenly getting a hot flush. I'm having one now. It's real life, people, real life. How have you all been enjoying your weekend? I've been working a little bit. Oh, I pronounced it right. Thank you very much, Grammy. Just let me know if ever I do say your name, anybody on here, because we're all over the world. If I pronounce it incorrectly, please let me know, because I'm trying to do my bit to really be inclusive and really try to overcome my fear of mispronouncing something, and you'll help educate me on that journey with it all. Hayley Bain, welcome. It's nice to see some of the members on here. So if you're new to me, I've just opened up a member section. It may be an option that you want to take on board, where you're going to get exclusive behind the scenes and different content. If you don't want to do that, that is fine. Like, subscribe, share, comments are always welcome. It's really helpful. And if you do want to help my channel, but you don't want to become a member, that's okay. I have like a little donation section at the front of my YouTube anyway. It's always awkward saying that, but it's to help me keep putting content out there for you all. Yes, we are. We're going to be building this up, so let's see how that's going to go. Not hot flushes showing, they're power surges. They so are power surges. I think I'm getting through this quite eloquently in my life. It's not impacting my day job too much, but just sometimes it's just kind of, for me, I feel a tingle coming of that power surge, and then it's like a rolling wave, and then it dissipates, and so far so good. Life is still good. I found the freezer would be a great help. I think at this point in time, I'm very fortunate to be living into the UK where it's not that hot. If I was still in Western Australia, I think I'd be like trying to rip my skin off. Oh, Michelle from Bradford. Yes, another fellow local. Not that I'm not happy to have everybody else around the world. I am. I have really great supporters in US, Canada, Australia and other parts of the world, and it's been a very slow uptake of UK people. So when I do get somebody from the UK that's watching a live, I'm like, get in there, especially if you're fairly local. I grew up in Conisbrough, you may know that, which is a little village with its own castle near Doncaster. And the next thing to Doncaster, if you didn't know what that is, would be Sheffield. So that's my roots, Yorkshire girl. Tropical moments, absolutely. I'm having a lot of tropical moments, but I am really digressing. We are how long into here, and I've done no art with you, so. But you know what? I just love hanging out with you. But I've made some improvements. Yes, you're saying, Sharon, how is it possible to do improvements on your lives? Well, I only have to do a few things, and it's an improvement. My first one is, I have now invested in a proper whisk that I am going to be using just for Jesmonite, and I am so excited because I don't have to worry about my USB charging it and that there's going to be another power, so I can go for a big amount now and feel fairly confident that my batter mix stroke Jesmonite is going to be a good consistency for you. And you're like, wow, Sharon, that is amazing. Yes, I got it from Amazon. It's very cheap. Basically, you just switch it on and we're good to go. But I'm going to see what else is on chat before I share what other upgrades I've had. Always having power surges, but never when I'm cold. It's nice to know other people out there in the UK. Hi, everybody from the UK. All right, the next upgrade I've had is, rather than trying to cram it all in here, which I still do need for when I'm measuring it out, I've got myself 3 specific mixing bowls now that I can use over and over for Jesmonite. So I've got the blue, purple and red, so added a little bit of colour to it as well. And the final upgrade is, I now have, oh yes, a bucket of water nearby so I can put my tools of the trade from Jesmonite directly into here, so I don't have to leave the room. And we should have quicker interchanges between the next one. But I still have my big syringe. I need to, oh, it's stuck. It's going to be even more squirty. Somebody has recommended where I can get another bigger one of these. I just haven't got round to that. So it is still usable, but it's got even tighter than the previous week, so there is going to be lots of squirts with this. Other than that, job's a good one. I think it's business as normal. All right, we've got Jellica who's joined us. Yes, my tree. This is called my Tree of Hope. So I'm going to change it seasonally. I love having the colour, and I love having just colour around me. So as I'm doing little experiments with different projects, I put the odd thing on here. But I think as season will change, it'll become a Christmas tree. And we'll keep mixing it up. So I'm glad you enjoyed that. Thank you. Yeah, love the tree. Jellica, welcome. It's so lovely to have you back. Candice here. Oh, they do sell syringes. Do they sell bigger ones than this? I need to get me some of those. I reckon if I have about 2 or 3, it'll make it even quicker as well. All right, so everybody knows what Jesmonite is. Is there anybody in the room today in the house that doesn't know what Jesmonite is? Just going to put my mask on as I start to mix with my powder. Sorry, I thought I had it nearby. Nope. So we call it Jesmonite in the UK. I'll not go into detail. If you are a regular, you might find that a bit boring, but if you're not, you might want some information, so I'll try and share it. So you don't know, right? Jesmonite in the UK is a more eco-friendly Jesmonite, so it's water-based resin. It is like a concrete, but it's slightly shinier. It is so rewarding. It starts to cure within 5 minutes and it sets within 20 minutes. So if you want instant gratification, it's for you. Now, this tub is not what... This is a tub that I had when I got the test kit, so a small pack. Originally it was from Resin 8, but the powder inside is from a massive one I've got downstairs. I just can't fit it in my room. I've run out of space, so Neil kindly opens it up and I fill up my tubs. So it's a powder, and then we're going to add what I call my milk, which is some other fluid here, and I'll show you the chemical name. And so in America, you can get something that's equivalent, but it's called something else. I don't know what that something else is, but it is a water base. And I know within Australia as well that there are products over there that are very similar to it. Now, what you really need to know with Jesmonite is, because it is a powder, you need to wear a face mask. You don't have to wear a respirator, but a face mask to stop you breathing in that fine powder. And gloves, because you don't want it touching your skin, because it can be quite itchy. Not that I've had contact, that's where it says. And then as soon as we mix it up, we have a very short working time. The main difference for people that use resin versus Jesmonite is very, very opaque. So you have to have a very strong pigment to be able to dye your Jesmonite. Resin, it takes hold of colours really beautifully. With Jesmonite, because it's so opaque, you can still use pigments, but what you might find is it becomes duller. So if I had a bright orange, it might become a pastel orange. So you can basically use everything. With Jesmonite, it has a very little tolerance with liquid imbalance. So if you were to add pigments of the fluid kind rather than mica powder, it's going to be less forgiving if you don't get your balance of fluid right. But you're going for a really nice, smooth pancake batter mix, basically. And I suppose for people that do acrylic fluid art, you can tell by touching your paints if you've got the right consistency, like that melted ice cream. It's a fairly similar consistency that you go with Jesmonite. And today, I start at the beginning, we have a base, and then I'm going to fill that up, and this is where it's going to be viewer's choice, if we think we're going to mix up 300 mils to start with or more. And then you've got little sections. I've got 2 of these, and the idea is we're going to stack it up. So this is where it's going to be viewer's choice. Now, what kind of colours do we feel that we're going to have today? What sort of gradiating colours would you like to see? And I'm just going to check what's going on in chat. So Alison's got a pack of 10 stringers from Amazon, big, 50 mil, brilliant. Well, these are 60 mil, so it's going to be about the same size as this. So excited. And I do think, oh, we're going with purples. All right then. See what else? I think purples might be. It is very strange stuff, but I guarantee that if you play with it and get a small pack to start with, just to see, you'll be surprised when you pick it out. So me personally, and it's only a personal preference, I see Jesmonite more for like candlestick holders or plant pots or trays or coasters. I don't necessarily see it within art yet, but I think people do. So I've just got to work out how to cross that boundaries. You could use it instead of like crackle paste or things like that. You do have a smooth consistency. But I was surprised because, you know me, I love my resin. I love all kinds of art and creating. But when I did the Jesmonite video, which went on for a while, and you see me reading the instructions step by step, the minute I pulled it out, it looked like I'd been like sculpting for hours. The results felt really good and instant gratification. And you can have a few little tests. So I reckon give it a go. It can be more expensive than resin, but you do get this massive tub. So if you are going to go into it, it's definitely worth going large once you've tried it to see if you like it, because it works out more cost effective for yourself. Anyway, that's a lot of digressing there, isn't it? Purple, lavender blues, pink blue, peachy pink, variations I've added. I do like the purples and the blues. And what I am going to get is viewer's choice. You're going to tell me how many drops of each of the colours that we're going to put in. Alright, because we're going to have to make these colours ourselves. So what I've got is I'll show you the colours I've got in its entirety. So we have a blue pigment. So this one is made specifically for Jesmonite. It's going to take to the opaque really well. I got the black, but we're going to be staying away from that one by the sounds of it. And I've got red. So I'm assuming it's going to be these two colours here. But I have in smaller, in smaller, I've got the same things there but in smaller, because I think when Resinate put their sets together, they must have bought a big one and then split it up into little ones. So we've still got the blue and reds, so we can make those different variations. And we also have the white, if we want to tone down the colours or anything like that. So we can go with the pigments, or if you want to see me do mica powders again, we can have a go at that as well. We don't have to use the Jesmonite, because this is part of an experiment for yourselves as well, to see how different things respond to pigments. So what would you like to see? Barbara, do not worry, you are not late, you are just in time. Over to view it. Oh, Midnight's in as well. Hello. It's like the party's together. So definitely going to go with the purple, lavenders, blues. I'm just waiting for the question that I've asked, as far as, would you want to stick with the pigments for Jesmonite this week, or do you want to see some different mica powders going in? Blue, red and black, when we do not need another. Purples, so we're definitely going into that. So my question now is not necessarily the colours, we've worked out the colours, which is going to be the blues and purples. So mica powders come through from Patricia. Any other thoughts? Alcohol inks. I really do not think alcohol inks will work because of the opaqueness of these. We can definitely try, I can try some jewellery next week where it's going to be smaller amounts, and then I can try alcohol inks next week. I just don't really want to waste the Jesmonite this week in a big space with alcohol inks. Lee, you made it! Alright, so it seems to be pigments we're going to. Mica powder please, pigments. Alright, can you promise me next week or the week after we'll do the pigments? Alright, now mica powders, the selection I've got for you is, we can use Colour Cottage, we can use what is it, the Resin Arts Luster Pigments. We also have the Resin 8, which has got some nice fuchsias and purples and things like that. So we've got the Resin 8 pigments, or we have the Decorum pigments, or we have the Arteza pigments. So we'll go for viewer choice again as to which one you'd like to see me using. Mica, not tried them. We'll definitely... Yes, we can do mica in one and we can do pigments in another. So our first go will be for mica, and then we'll do a second with the pigments so that you can see the difference in, if any, of the colours. So I'll go back over the choice again. Do you want to see me use the Colour Cottage, the Resin 8, the Resin, I forgot, or the Decorum, or the Arteza pigments? Hello, welcome, you made it. Sue, you've just found me. Well, I'm glad you found me. You found me just in time, and welcome. Don't know enough about mica to choose. It's okay, they're just different brands. I just didn't know if people had a different brand out there. So what I might do is start Arteza. I can do the Arteza. I'm trying to work out which majority of you would have, and then we can see how they'll respond. Where are they? I know they were here. I had them the other day. Sorry that you see my arse again. Alright. So, Arteza pigments that I purchased a little while ago. Not really used them for much. Hello Christina, you're new to live show but have been enjoying since Claire suggested your channel. Oh, why thank you. Claire is my girl pal. I love Claire. Alright. So we have an array of colours. Hello Sharon, another Sharon here from Bulgaria. Welcome, you've caught a live. So we have a colour palette here. And I'm going to go for some purples, but I turn them upside down because that's how I like to choose colours. No other reason, it's just to help me. So, we said we wanted to go with blues and purples. So I'm going to pick a couple out and then you can tell me if you're happy with this subject. Because at the minute, we really only have 3 different colours we could go for. We could mix and match a couple. I know, how do I choose with all these colours? It's kind of like, I'm feeling this is a very strong, nice colour. So this one is amethyst purple. I quite like that. So I'm going to lock in amethyst purple. So we originally said purples and blues. Now, with the amethyst purple, I don't know if this one's going to be too contrasting, but I'm caught to the bright blue. So let me just hold these up and tell me if. Are you happy with these two so far? Let me see what you think to that. Yeah, I think the amethyst and the bright blue, I mean, they are quite bright, but again, remember in Jesmonite, this will have toned right down and they'll become more of a pastel colour. So with the lavender in between, let's have a look if we've got a lavender. The only downside with them being upside down is I can't tell the colour. So let's have a little look. Is there a lavender? So that one is an iris purple. You're going to be screaming at me saying, Sharon, there's a lavender there. Oh, lavender. All right, let me hold them up and check that we are happy with these. All right. How does this colour selection look for you? Are you all happy with this one? So I'll wait for the responses coming through. But we have the bright blue, the lavender, and the amethyst purple. Yeah, we're going to go with this. So remember, we're doing this with these pigments so that you can see the difference when you pop it into Jesmonite, how that opaqueness will tone them down. But the great thing with mica powder is you can be a bit more liberal with adding this into your powder. It's not going to ruin your formula as much as if you were to add the liquid pigments into there. So I think that you all are very happy by this. Nice colour choices. Thank you. I love it when viewers choose for me. And we're going to go with mixing these up. Now, when we've done this, if it doesn't take too long and we've got the time, we can then go back and revisit powders. And if not powders this week, not powders, the pigments this week, we can do it next week. All right, so now, somebody asked me the other day, because I said, my Neil creates me a cheat sheet. And I'm going to hold it up on camera long enough so maybe you can see my cheat sheet, because my brain doesn't work really good with math when I'm creating. If it's 1-to-1, it's way easier for me, but Jesmonite is 2.5 to 1. So my Neil helped me out with this little sheet here. Now I don't know if it's going to come out the right way for you. No, it's going to be in reverse. No, it's there. I'll hold it up long enough so whoever is watching this, if they're interested, they can take the information. So if I want to mix, say, 400 mils, it lets me know how much of my powder to liquids, and I have to weigh them, so it's by weight and grams. So hopefully that's easy for you. Helps me out. So what do you reckon? They are fairly thin, not that deep, and then that one's got even less. It's like a square bracelet. Do you feel that we are going to be mixing 200 mils? Or do you think we're going to be a bit short? if I did 300 ml, I really feel that that's too much because it's not, there's not a big area to fill. And I think last week we did 300 ml and that covered quite a little bit of space. The good thing with Jesmonite is you can mix it and add on to it. It just lengthens the process of you finishing your project, but only by 20 minutes. So it's no biggie. What is viewer choice? Do you reckon that we should be going for 200 or 250? Sandra's going for 250. I have a feeling it might be 250 myself. Any takers on 250? So if we're going to do 250 ml, we want 312.5 to 125 of liquid. So we've got 200, 250. Now, if you mix up too much Jesmonite for your moulds and you don't have anything else, just get yourself some paper. I've got some greaseproof paper and I will pour the excess on that because then I can crumble it and I can have some really nice bits to add into my next one. And I always forget what the name is. Terrazzo. Come on, help me out. The people that work with Jesmonite way better than me that can do all those fancy things. Go ahead, you know the name. What is it I'm trying to search for? I reckon it is between 200 to 250. So I'm going to go with 250. I'm going to have some greaseproof paper to one side. I can put any excess we've got and then we can create some. Because I created some from last week and I'll show you. So this is one of the things I created from last week where the lid wouldn't fit because my mould was oval and I had to sand and sand and sand and I got it in. And I created some nice orange bits ready for when I'm going to be brave to do one of those and sand it up. My lid still doesn't fit in. Great, I have to really work it out so my round lid fits in my oval thing. Yeah, I'm all thingies and bobbies and I think that's another thing with the hot flushes I'm having. My brain isn't really working. Alright, so I'm going to start measuring now. I've got my blank or empty pot just so that I can set my weight. And remember, we are going for 312. Make sure it's on grams as well. I have 2 containers of my powder. Terrazzo, there she is. Terrazzo, how do you say it? Oh, yeah, it was a really nice mould. I did 2 last week, but unfortunately I didn't notice that one of my moulds was slightly bent, so it came out oval. Therefore my lid would not fit in there. Now I've got no idea with my whisk that I've purchased for this if it's going to splat everywhere with it. So bear with me, this is where I go a little bit quiet. So talk amongst yourself. Terrazzo. Terrazzo? There we go, that's helpful. Just bear with me. Three, 1, 2, nearly there. This is where it's all this white powder and weighing it. Ow! Just gone a little bit over. It's very particular. 3, 1, 2. Alright. Now, I feel like I'm going to use a purple bowl today, one of my new purple bowls. So I can mix this properly. Oh, I've done it wrong already. You mix your flour into your fluid, but yet I've put my powder in. I am so distracted. Oh well. We're going to use a different bowl. Alright, so I will move that out of the way. Then we're going to reset and we're going to get the liquid. And I need to have 125 grams. So, roughly 2 of my syringes. Bear with me while I just go and get my liquid. You're new to Jesmonite, so you're here to learn. I'm learning along with you all. I have only been exploring it for a short time, but what better way to do it together? So this is my liquid. I call my milk, and that is the chemical or the main thing that you look up in the UK to know what the Jesmonite is. So have a little look in the country you're from and see what's the equivalent of what you do. But I'm just going to, apologies, bend down here again. There is no other way of doing this. I could actually pre-measure everything out for you, but I don't want to do that. I'm fairly spontaneous with this. If you do hear anything squirting, it's just my syringe. Just need to make sure that's on. I've got white powder everywhere. Alright. Sorry, the squirting is disgusting, isn't it? Alright, that's just under 60. Another full one of those. My syringe is starting to leak a little bit, that's why I have to bring it over. I'm constantly double checking it. That's 121, so I only need a little bit more. I've got to be restrained. I've got to be restrained. I'll put the lid back on there. And because I've got my new, oh no, it's squirting. Oh, sorry, the friction's there, so it's not letting me. Oh, I just need one more gram, and it's gonna. Oh, that's it. No, one more. Come on. I have a feeling it's gonna. Just, oh, yeah, too much. Way too much. Oh, I definitely need some more syringes. Alright, that is perfect there. And, as you know, clean as you go with Jesmonite. So, this syringe is now going into my bucket that you can't see, that's just at the side here. Just cleaning it out and squirting it out. That's the noise you can hear. Apologise. Just so when we come to make the next batch up, that's all good to go. So I'm going to have to mess it. Yes, it's more like milking a cow. It is milkmaid. Time to milk the cow. It is so true. So, because I messed up and I did it in reverse, I'm going to have to use 2 bowls, but we can use them over and over. Now, is the view okay? So we're going to add our milk. And it really is like making milk butter. I'm going to put it in my bowl. That's all cleaning around. So we can reuse that again. And the really great thing with Jesmonite is because it is a water-based resin, the powder, the minute you put it in water, it cleans it all out and it stops it sitting like concrete and it just dissipates. So it's a lot easier to clear up after. So, I will say avert you with a spoon, but what I am going to do to start with is slowly add it in by hand and start mixing it a little bit at a time, and then I will get my whisk and give that a good little beating. And you are looking for that like melted ice cream feel. And I've got 3 tubs with 3 different colours. I feel like it's Christmas Day and you're all round at my house for Christmas dinner. Have you seen Zeus coming in? Yeah, he doesn't really like coming in my art studio. I think it's from when he was a pup and I wouldn't let him in here when I was mixing with resin. But because of all the big lights that are around me, I don't know if you've got dogs, if they went through an adolescent stage where he's no longer a pup and he's becoming a young adult, he's become nervous around things. So the lights or anything like that scare him a little bit. So he'll come and stick his head in and make sure I'm still here, but then he'll stay outside. Oh, somebody want a giveaway. That's really nice. Where did you find that mould? forehead. How cool's that? Look at that all sharing. It's lovely. What has everybody been up to this weekend? Your 4-year-old does that too. I just get lost in my creative space sometimes. Originally, I wanted him to sit on my knees when I was doing any oil paintings or anything like that. He's just too big for it and he doesn't want to do it. Don't blame him really. Alright, my mixture's coming along. Although with these big bowls it's a little bit harder to get around the bits. So this is where the pressure's on a little bit, because the minute this liquid and powder are mixing together, that's where you start to hit that 5 minutes. 5-minute timer, where it's going to start to cure. Alright, so that last little bit's in, which is good. Oh, I've got powder popping everywhere. I really need to get my whisk in, but I'll just get it from around the edge. It's actually not as easy as I thought in the big bowl. I had more control with squashing it at the sides at the other end. But I'll scrape it from around the edges, and then we will use the whisk. So please, if you have sensitive ears, you might want to turn your sound down at this point. Wish me luck. I feel we've got an instantly better result than that USB one. Oh, just splattered myself there. Putting these directly into water again, so that when we use them next time, the idea of doing it straight away is that it just melts away really easily. You could let it set like concrete, and then you can crack it so it comes out. Oh, winner winner chicken dinner. Lots of air bubbles in there, but the mixture's good. Delia Smith, yeah. Today we're making pancakes. Alright, what I am going to quickly do though is put them in 3 different pots. Now, please be aware, these cups that I'm using are recycled, eco-friendly cups. And I will use these over and over again. But we're going to split this into 3 quantities for our colours. All the time I'm mindful of the time. I should have got my series set really. Sorry, at this stage I'm not able to really see what's going on in chat, so apologies. Hopefully you're all being good guests. Oh, I should have used it around my pouring spout there. Another thing with a big pot, a bit harder to get it all out from around the edge. Do you remember as a kid, if your mum or anybody was cooking, or your nan or a family member, I used to love this time if it was cake, where you'd actually get the opportunity to lick around the bowl. Don't do that, hashtag disclaimer. This is Jesmonite. Alright, so my bowl is now, see, it's already been worth its while. That little tub of water at the side. So we are going to now use the different pigments, and we're going to start with the, I say, it's not quite even, but that's alright. We're going to start with the bright blue, and I'm going to pour some in and show you how much it needs for it to start putting colour in there. So we're going to be quite gentle, I'll put quite a bit in. I probably should have added it to my powder to start with, so I hope it's going to mix in okay this way. So this has got a nice pastel sort of baby blue. I don't know if you're able to see. So this should show you how it does dilute the colour with the opaqueness of it. Still beautiful though. It's like a lovely baby blue. Yeah, Jesmonite does make me hungry. I might just, maybe add just a little bit more. So there's a generous amount gone in here. So it was 2 big heaps. I don't know if it's going to darken the colour much. No, it's not. It's sort of staying. It's reached a sort of blue level and then it's staying at that blue level. It's not really going to change. Alright, so quickly on to the next one. Before it's set, we'll go with the dark one, the amethyst. I'll put roughly the same amount but in one go now. So it does use a lot of mica. I put quite a bit in there, way more than you would do with resin. Then we're going to see if we get a nice tone. So I've missed chat. Make jewellery, so I'd love to see. I will can that definitely. Oh, look at that amethyst. That's a nice blue. Blue. Oh my word. It's because I just looked over there and saw blue. Oh dear me. Look at that. That's beautiful. So far we've got these 2 colours. Be interesting to see how light the other one's going to be. Oh, it's not even been used, that one. I will come back and look at chart. I do apologise. Same amount again. Be interesting. I should do an experiment with like 1 little dash versus a slightly bigger one. Yeah, this is lighter one, so it definitely has gone much lighter. But we've got our different gradients. I'm happy. I got the spatula and my sister got the bowl. We used to do that as well. I used to love that. The ice cream, the icing part or the cream part in the middle, that I really enjoyed. Alright, so we have the blues and the purples, slightly lighter, and we're going to start pouring. Now, do you want to see 3 clean colours or do you want me to pour a little bit of each in them all? I'll let you get back to me on that one, we've got time. What do you want to see? And then we're going to pour. A mixed. 3 separate, mix, clean. Oh, it's 50-50. Well, we could do one where they're all clean and then we could do the next one where they're mixed because it's 50-50. Little mix, little mix. Oh, little mix seems to be coming strong now. Alright, well, wherever I'm going to do, maybe I'll do the base. I'll do the base mix and then I'll do the blocks clean. And then we can continue that and then we can work out on the next levels what we want to do. So, but I am going to have to start doing this now. So I'm pouring in my blue. Sorry you can't see this very well from one height there. I'm going to come through to the light, the amethyst colour. And then the darker, so it's in 3 little areas, but let's see what that's going to be. It's very hard fitting it down this hole. I'll put a little bit more blue there. Sorry, I feel guilty when you can't see where it is that I'm doing. Alright, a little bit of blue there. See, I don't know if we're going to have enough for them all. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. Last little bit in here. Alright. I'll come back and give those a shake in a bit. Ooh. Apologies. Ooh, you can't see. I think we're going to have plenty of this left. I really do. Alright, sorry. Let me know if might have to try and look at getting another camera angle for you all. I keep apologising. I think that's typically British. Alright. I'm going to do a little bit there. It's such a tiny hole to try and pour in. this is going to be like the jar that if you overshoot with it, like if your mould is overfilled, it might not work with the layering. It might not. I know I'm probably going to have holes because I'm not getting enough time to shake. The colours are looking nice, I do have to say. Let me see if I can hold them. Got a little bit of shakes. What's that about? Alright, so we went with 250 and I think we're just going to make, maybe just make it. And I think I will have enough left to make a few little bits of my, help me God Ed, I forgot again, Terezzo. Oh. I think the beauty of going wet in wet is I've got no idea how these are going to blend together. So they're going to be very unique and original. I think that's nice. And I've got no idea what's going on with chat, so please do keep yourselves amused. And then what I will do is let the Jesmonite dry in these cups, and then I can squeeze them. Whoop. Oh wow, that's not clean, is it? And then I can take out the bits. Is that what I'm trying to say, Sharon? Yes, it is. Alright, let me shift these out of the way. So when you're doing this at home yourself, you'll take more time and slap it. Now I know if you paint your Jesmonite directly onto your moulds first, that's going to remove or reduce the air bubbles. And the good thing with Jesmonite, if you do fill your moulds, you can sand them back. It's very brittle for the first, when you first take it out, you've got a window. Sorry, I'm just trying to get those straight. I'm like fingers and thumbs today, people. Just got a little bit more there to fill in. I do like this colour scheme that you've all recommended. Alright. I've got no idea what this mould's going to come out like. It's my first time using it, so quite excited by that. Alright, I'm just going to get some paper and then I'll come back and read your chat while this is all drying. Ow! There goes my grease proof. You can see me on the floor now. Alright, move that out of the way. I'll see if there's any more of this to come out. And then we've got our timer set. Hey Siri, set timer for 20 minutes. Probably going to be done quicker than that. And then I will catch it with chat. Oh, the crafting nook. Hello, you made it. That's lovely. When you put any of your excess on to your paper, just give it a nice little, this is like I'm icing the paper. Because then you're going to get some nice thin pieces for when you're making any bits that's going to have terrazzo. I can never say it. Alright, that's going in for a clean. As is that. I should really be looking at my edges here. This is starting to cure now. Just want to get rid of the excess. It's a very, ooh. That one's not too bad. You might not be able to see it here, but I can clearly see that it's starting to cure. So I'm just trying to get rid of any massive overhangs. I haven't done my slapping. I recommend that you slap it so that you can get as much out as possible. I'm going to have some nice little shades here. Very happy with this. Sorry, excuse my chicken wings flapping there. It really is like baking with Sharon. Alright, that one's going to go in the wash as well. Got so much washing here. And then last but not least, it's actually quite therapeutic when you start cracking this. The greaseproof paper, because it cures so quickly, it's sort of, it doesn't go soggy or anything like that. It holds its shape. Alright. I can take my mask off for a little bit now. And then we can work out how that's going to be. And I can catch up with chat, so I do apologise. Alright, let me take my gloves off for a little bit. I might have to work myself backwards. What am I doing wrong? Whenever I use Jesmonite, I'm covered from head to toe in powder. Believe me, I have had a few explosions along the way with this. I think it just gets everywhere. It really does. I'm still new to this, and Resin Shine, it's so helpful. I'm just glad that you enjoy watching and you learn something from it. I do just like to slap my mould. It's like, I feel like it's therapy. Slap your mould, it's good therapy, and you know, hopefully those bubbles will go away. If for such as this, I'm not too bothered if there is holes in here, because I'm slowly making my own containers for my art studio, like this one now for my paintbrushes. So I love creating my own stuff for my space. If I was definitely selling these, I'd take the time, and I'd recommend that you do that. Get a paintbrush, paint around it. The only thing with the painting around the edge is if you want to get a combination of colour here, like we've got, how do you paint it so that it's not going to be just one colour on the outside? Question mark. People who are proficient in this, please share your information. Could you put the Jesmonite chips in resin? Do you know what? I can try and do that for you as an experiment. I know that you can. I have done some coasters which were a lava concept, where I had black Jesmonite at one side and then red resin at the other to make it look like it was lava flowing, and they bonded together really nice. So I can't see there being any issues with you putting Jesmonite chips in your resin, as long as the Jesmonite is fully cured and sweated, because remember, resin hates water, so you'd have to let it dry. Oh, Laurie, thank you. That means the world. Can you pour this like acrylic paint, layer it on top of the cup into mold? Yes, you can pour it like a... I think it's... Are you talking about, Christine, like a dirty... Is it a dirty cup? A dirty pour? If you are, it'd be interesting. I think you can, because when yeah, I'm sure you can. I mean, I've seen Claire do it with different colours at the same time. I'd be interested, because you might get some nice bleeding into there. So maybe next week we try it and we'll do a dirty pour cup. Hello Maria, welcome. Janita, welcome. Charmaine, I hope I've said that right. Yeah, Steve McDonald's channel is just crazy with his experiments. You can learn a lot from his channel and then introduce that into your own art. He's amazing. I'd love for people who do have their channels, just pop your name in here and let us know if you have a channel, so that we can help support other creatives and go out and have a little look while they're creating. I know the Crafting Nook has a channel as well. But please do say in here if you have a channel, and some people might be interested and go over and show your support. The way you can support my channel is thumbs up, really helps. If you feel that the video is worth the content, sharing it, that really helps. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribing really helps. They're the most useful things you can do for me. If you want to help support my channel, there's an option for donations at the front. Any support is greatly received. If you want to become a member, I've got 3 options, but I think I'm going to just pull it back to the middle option. That seems to be the most favourable one, and that way you get behind the scenes videos, perks, or connection to myself. There's so much you can do, but if you have got a channel, pop it in here, and please everybody go out and support other artists on YouTube. There's plenty of space for us all out there. So I will have a go with different colours with the brush and let you know how much it goes. Yeah, that would be brilliant. That'd be really helpful, because in my head I keep thinking, well, I do want to brush around the moulds because I want to remove the bubbles, but will your colours, if it's multiple different colours, come through? I don't know, so I'd love to know that information. Sandra, you don't have a YouTube page, but you've got Tiger Mother's Resin. Oh, very nice name there. People check them out. Steve is a good singer too. I reckon I could sing better, just saying. No, I don't. His haircut's lovely as well, post-COVID. Well, when we're not under restrictions, I reckon that I'm going to be getting him down here to star on my channel. He doesn't know yet, but I will. That's my saying. Let's have a little look. Tiger Moth Resins. Ah, there you go. Not very good, am I? Alright, so what I'm waiting for is to see, this is now firm to touch, so if you want instant gratification, but it's still not quite ready, what I'm waiting for it to do is go hot and then cool down, and then we'll remove it. When you remove it, it's very brittle, which is why you can sand it to get rid of it. But it's also fragile taking out the mold. So I want you to, when we take this out, tell me if you want me to continue with the same colour scheme, because we are going to take this up a couple of notches, or whether we're going to take it on a different spin. So viewer's choice, think about, I know it's a bit hard until it comes out of the mould, but think about how would you like to evolve this? Stick with the same colours or add a few more colours to it? Oh, Johnny, we will definitely do a collaboration. Me and my girl Claire, we've got another collaboration behind the scenes that we're working on. It's resin, but we can definitely mix it up. I keep trying to get her down here into my space, but COVID keeps going in the way. So you will see us do some videos hopefully soon. Claire, let's do that collaboration on Jesmonite. For people who are in my Facebook group, the art group where you can showcase your work, we're setting ourselves a challenge for May, which is whatever form of creative outlet you have, whether it be jewellery, whether it be Jesmonite, resin, acrylics, anything. The theme is just going to be Northern Lights, and you then can interpret it. So what I want everybody to do is take part in that and post a picture up in the Facebook group so that we can have a little look at what we've created. And people that do take part in that, I'll mention you in my channel as well. And so if you do have a YouTube channel, they can go and have a little look what you've created as part of our Facebook group collaboration, or I can just share within our group, and the winner for that month will put their photo on the Facebook group for the month of the following month for the winner. So if you're interested, have a little look at taking part in that. Sorry, we're just waiting for this. It may look strange to people, like, why are we still waiting here, Sharon? Well, we're waiting for it to do its thing, and I'm just seeing. That looks like that's sat there. It looks like, I'm just going to give it one more minute and then I'll remove that. Just having a sneaky look. The colours do look lovely together. I do have to confess. Alright, what I'm going to do is, while we're waiting for that next minute, no, I don't have to do that. I was going to see if I need to get anything cleaned ready, but I still have another bowl, so we're all good. I'm just going to get some paper. Just going to get my syringe ready. So if you hear anything squirting, it's my syringe, it's not me. Just giving it a final rinse out and letting it dry. Ready for the next run we're going to do. My aprons come in handy for stuff, doesn't it? Alright, that's now drying, so that's good. Yeah, excited to do Northern Lights, brilliant. I look forward to it. So we're going to start demoulding these now. It's still warm, but it's cooling down. But so far looking good. Let's slowly remove this. And we're going to let gravity help us, although it is a bit of a mess here, Sharon. Let me put a little bit more. I'm very messy working with Jasmine. And I'm putting things everywhere. And I can't find them again. Sorry, that's going to sound loud. I just want to stop. And we're going to slowly remove this and hopefully pull this out. Ooh! That's nice. Let me show you. So with Jesmonite, once it is cured, it is important that you remove it and let it sweat, because even though it's set now, it's brittle and it'll continue to sweat for 24 hours. If you were to leave it in your mould, you'd get like white stains on there, so it is important that you remove it. But this is viewer choice base. How cool are those colours? You can leave them longer in the moulds if you're going to be adding things to them, like when I mix my Jesmonite with my resin. But you do have to be careful that it could leave a sweat mark. So those are the colours with the our desert mica powders in, so it softens the colour, they're not as harsh. But what we're going to do now is, hopefully this has worked, we're going to take the rings off and hopefully start to build this up. But I really do love those colour schemes. And they actually blended together, looks quite nice. So we're going to hope that gravity is going to do its trick for us again and help us. And we're going to take the next one out. There's a lot of holes. We knew there were going to be holes because I have not tapped my sides or slapped it. But this is very similar. So you've got the different colours coming through. Now in theory, this is going to stand in here. Will she have to sand it? So it looks like I'm going to have to stand it because it's been overfilled. It's never quite easy, is it? Hence why we want to experiment if this mould is actually any good. Right, what I'm going to do is, while it's still soft, we're going to get... In theory, it's meant to just slot in there. Not straightforward, is it? Let me see if the other end will fit easier. And then we may as well get the sandpaper out together at the same time and do it. And just sort of see. This is the benefits of doing it live. You get to see the real dramas. Get the bits out. That's the second one. Very similar. So, colours do look nice together. Let's have a little look. So bear with me while I just work on this puzzle. I think the slight overhangs. I can't see where it's not fitting in. Yeah, it's slightly too big. Bear with me. So I am going to put my mask on while I'm sanding this. because you are going to get a fine dust, which you don't want to be breathing that in. And then we'll see if we can problem solve and see if this actually is going to fit together when you do a few little bits of sanding. But let me have a look at the chat. Ooh, you knocked yourself out of chat. Well, I'm glad you're back in. Be right back. Reminds me of being at a country fair. Cotton candy. Yes, I think that's what you call it. Gorgeous, Sharon. Do you have to pop bubbles on the top like normal resin? No, you don't. What you do is, I mean, you can get a toothpick, but you can't apply heat. You can't apply a blowtorch. What you should do is, some people have talked about almost having like a, I was going to say vibrator, but that's not the right word, like a tool that vibrates next to it, and that can help the bubbles raise, or giving it a good slap. If something comes to the top, you can get like little toothpicks and pick them out as well. But I'm trying to work out where is my overhang. So this is actually very clean at the bottom. There isn't anything there that should be causing it. So I'm just going to see if it's around the edge. But the benefit of showing you this is, if this mould doesn't work how it's meant to be, at least you know not to buy it. I'm just not too sure where the overhang is, because this looks quite neat as well. So I don't know if you can see, but this is how easy it is to file down. It is so brittle when you're doing this. So you've got a window of opportunity. If I was to leave this until tomorrow, it wouldn't work as easy. It does set almost like concrete. I'm sanding it, but I really have no faith that this is actually going to work in there. It looks like there's too big of an overhang. Oh, it's so near. There is a decent size gap. I'll show you. It's meant to just slot in there, but there is no way it fits in. Even if I do it that way or that way, that is not working. But we shall keep practicing. So if I was going to say to you, there would be a lot of work that you'd have to do with each one of these that you add. I'm going to try a little bit more, and then what we might do is leave it and go on to another mould. The colours do look great together. I do love the colours, but I was so optimistic that this was going to work. But the colour scheme, I definitely continue working with this colour scheme. And if I can work out how to get this to fit, I don't think it's the inside, I think it's the outside that's the problem. But nobody wants to be having to sand it down just to get it to fit. It's meant to fit together beautifully. And it was sold as a set as well. I have to give feedback to the maker. Alright. Wow. I keep trying it both different ways just to see if it's going to fit there. It sort of just, it totally stands on top. So what it's meant to do is sort of that, but there is no way. Oh wait, that fit in one side. Come on, Sharon, you're nearly there. Right, we'll take a little bit more here. In fact, within each other, that gave me a little bit of hope. Let's see. How are you all doing anyway? Have you all sort of switched off and fallen asleep at this stage? Just got to remember which way it nearly fit. If I push it, it's going to crack, but it's... Oh, come on! I knew you would get it. I just made a cuppa. Can you make me one, please? It was like the pot that I did last time where it was oval versus round. I still made it fit in the end. Still watching. Good. I am determined. Oh, that was satisfying. Oh, that was satisfying. It fits now after a little bit of sanding. Now can I go into the other one? I don't know whether I like that. Can't get it back out. I don't know whether I should have it alternate colours though. Isn't it weird how it only fits in one particular way? Oh no. There we go. Oh, that feels good. Look. Can you have a manicure when you've done? You absolutely could. Do you know how satisfying that feels to know there is fitting? Come on, Sharon, you can do it. Now we just have to get the bottom one to fit in and work out where it is. See, it's alive, it's real. We all have those days. So this one's got a long way to go to fit in there. So back to sanding. Who else wants a manicure? I do like the idea though that you can sort of build them up as big as you want them. I can do this, Sharon. Come on, keep up with the encouragement. I could quite easily cry sometimes. Just think, right, put it in the bin, move on. And it's like, no, I love the colours. I love what we're creating. I'm going to stick with it. I need a little cloth. I need a wet cloth for next time. How near are we? How near are we? That's alright, Sandra. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate any time that you've spent with us today. Oh, come on. You're so nearly there, Sharon. So nearly there. Come on. Stick with it. Alright, where am I getting stuck? At the sides. It's so brittle though. If I force it in, it'll crack. So it is important to just take the time. Now, layer it 1 row Jesmonite next resin. Now that is a really good idea. Where did the mould come from? Would it work with resin? I think it would work with resin. It was actually designed for resin. So this one was from Etsy. And every so often I go to Etsy and have a little look around, and I saw the idea. It was when I was looking for a vase for my flowers that I made, and I wanted a big enough one, and I was going to try and recreate a vase, build one myself, and it didn't come in time, thankfully. Otherwise I would have done a lot of resin with this and a lot of messing around on top of all the flowers I was doing. Come on. You can do it if you B&Q it. It's like a puzzle. Wet cloths when they were being soft. I know the first. Shh! Don't tell people I tried blowing with my mask on. I really have. No, this is where I should have my nail here. Oh, it's so near. It is so near, but yet so far. Come on. Be kind. And the reason I'm trying it in different directions is, believe it or not, one size, it seems to work better than the others. Alright, so there it fits, there it fits. It's this top part here. Alright. Well, see, if this wasn't live, I'd have edited all this out and you would have had no idea how much work I would have had to do just to get this stupid mould to fit together. Yes, you did see the mask blowing. Have I ever made my own moulds? So yeah, yes I have. I've got a video on it, but I had to laugh because I don't know how to do it efficiently. But I did. I've done. I made my glass holder stand, and what else did I make? The candle holder one. So yes, I have. It was fun. There's just not enough time, is there, in the world? I need to go get myself a wet cloth. I'm going to do it because I am just becoming so covered in this powder, this fine powder. Bear with me. Bear with me, people. Alright, have you thought about the colour scheme or the next layer we're going to do? Or should we create some moulds? Moulds, oh my word, Sharon, get your words out. Oh, come on, get in there. I'm almost ready to just go, right, sod it, let's go on to another mould. But I just can't let go of it. Oh, it's so near. Oh, where do I take it off from? The corner in there. Look, it's so near now. So near. Did I use silicone to make the mould? Oh, I've just took it out. I've just took it out and I can't remember where. I can't remember what side it is. I'm sanding. I'm winging it, people. I'm winging it. I used a silicone, like a kit, so it wasn't really the most cost effective. It was from Amazon, and I thought I'd have a go with a kit first so I could work out the process and the way. But I think what I'd have to do is just go to the ones you get from your local hardware store, your normal silicone, and try it that way. Yeah, it was so close, Johnny. It really was so close. How about the same colour but 3 plain ones? Yeah. Well, I'm not going to do the base again, so it's only two frames we're going to use. The 2 that don't really fit. Although, having said that, it's these fitting into the base that's the problem. I just don't understand why you're not fitting in there. You can see where I've cracked it as well from trying to force it in. I'm Sharon and I'm digressing. What did Sue say? Same, yeah, I will do 2 plain colours. Which one do you want? Do you want the blues or do you want the amethyst, or do you want the light one? Oh dear, this is where if everybody was able to speak into here rather than just type, you could sort of amuse me and keep me calm and focused while I just sand and sand and sand and sand and sand. Ugh. I suppose in the meantime what I could do is set my Jesmonite up for the next layers to be set in, because the ones inside each other seem to have worked well. If I had my nail here, I might just give up on this for a little bit. Mommy! Yeah, it's not going to go in there just yet. What I'm going to do to save some more time is I'm going to mix up the next set of Jesmonite. While that's curing and I'm talking to you, I can be sanding because it is so close now. So close, nearly there. So we're going to go for blue and amethyst. So it will be the darker colour. So we'll be going for the blue and the slightly darker purple, these 2. And we'll have a row of blue, a row of amethyst. So that'd take it to about that. And that'd be a decent sized pot for tonight. And then while that's curing, what we're going to do then is sand and sand and sand. But hopefully the next lot that's done, it will be, they'll fit in here way easier. So if you are going to buy these moulds, concept is really good, but it didn't quite work smoothly, did it, people? It really didn't. Sharon, I actually think it might have to do with the mould, not you. Yeah, I think it is the mould. It really is. It's the concept is lovely. The execution of it obviously isn't quite right. because it should be as easy as just slotting it in. So I'm just getting rid of my excess Jesmonite off these moulds before we pour the next lot. But I just appreciate you all hanging with me while we do this. I know it's not making interesting sort of TV, but before I do, I'm just going to show you how easily this cracks off this paper. It's actually quite therapeutic. Let me get my little pot. Where is my pot? Oh. Well, I stuck my hair in the bowl. Oh. So I've got my hair has gone in the bowl of water where my Jesmonite's been washed, so I might be having a trim tomorrow. Alright. So this was the excess Jesmonite, and it's so nice. Listen to the crunch. It's so therapeutic. So I'm just going to put them in separate tubs here for now, and then I'll add them to little jars. So I've got all my little colours around me, and hopefully be inspired. I'll only do one of these, and then I'll put the rest over there and I'll crack it later. But if you like popping bubble cellophane, is it cellophane? No, bubble wrap. You'd really enjoy this part. It's like so brittle and so nice. Then you got yourself some nice colours ready for the next one. But I'm just going to clear a bit of space. We'll do this bad boy again, hopefully a little bit quicker. You can go there until I'm ready to sand you again. Glove's going to go out the way. No, I can recycle those. Sorry, talking to myself, digressing away. And I'm going to get some fresh gloves, otherwise I'm going to put colour in my Jesmonite powder. You're enjoying this, Alison? Well done. Oh, you had your fringe. Do you know what? I think on one of my videos I burnt my hand and I got a big clunk of resin in my hair and I had to chop it off. The real life dramas of an artist, eh? You don't remember either? Are you going to use the crunch up Jesmonite in resin? Yes, I am. I really am. Oh, is that my baby sister that's just logged on? Mary? Or Marie, as I call her. What don't I remember? More sanding, don't push it. Remember, Brit. I know, I'm a thruster. What can I say, though? I should remember. I will. Right. So we're only using 2 of these now. We used 250 before and we had a lot left over, so I reckon we hardly need anything, but we are just going to go for 1 cup each. So this will help me remember. Now I'm going to use my I'm in a right mess. I get all panicky when I'm in a mess, when it's not all organised. My sister, who's in here, Marie, you've been watching me for a while, have you? She genuinely is my baby sister that's in here. She's the real artist of the family. She's not as funny as me. She likes to think she is. We used to work together many years ago, and I had a little bit of OCD with my desk and everything had to be in its places. So they used to have a little bit of fun before I'd come into work and then move things on my desk just slightly, just to observe me putting it back in order. It's just the way I am. Anyway. Hi Sharon, sister. Well, there you go. Yeah, I'd put you off the mould as well, but this is part of doing the live demonstrations anyway. So what do we think? Do we reckon that we need just 100 ml for these 2 moulds? I reckon 100 ml will be plenty, because we did 250 before with 1 less and we had spillage or leftovers. So let's do 100 ml. So that's going to be 125 gram of the powder and 50 ml of the liquid. So we are going to reset and crack on with this. Marie, I'm going to leave you to keep the the guests entertained while I mix with my white powder. Marie, have you seen Jesmonite before? Sorry, what are you making? Well, I'm attempting to make a vase that won't fit together, but we're sticking with it and we're having fun. But while I start mixing my white powder and then get my milk out, I'll let everybody bring you into the loop with what it is that I was trying to do but haven't managed to do yet. All the fun of a live. Alright, so 125. If anybody watched Breaking Bad, look, my powder's going everywhere now as well. So we're going for 125. This is where the concentration comes in. Oh, you little tinker. You went from being under to over. Oh, it's so fussy. Now I've gone one over, I'm one under, then I'm one over. Oh, there we go, just right. Alright, so we are good with that. Alright, bear with me while I get my syringe out and get my liquid out. So it should just be one of these, just under one of these worth, and then we're good. Suction to the ready. So a lot less liquid. Oh, it didn't want to come up that way. Oh, excuse me if you're hearing it squirting. It's just the milk and my syringe. It got a little bit stuck, it didn't want to go all the way up. Alright. Let's see if I can get this out without it squirting everywhere. Is that Marie not being Marie, remember, you're not as funny as me. And I can't answer you back while I'm concentrating on squirting this fluid in here. Alright. It really is like milking a cow at the minute. Or what I imagine it would be like. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright. And put that away for the last time tonight. Oh, sorry, I'm fishing for my attachments for... Oh, I can't see anything in my bucket of water. It's so milky. Alright, luckily I have an apron nearby to dry it off. I need to get a towel for next session. Alright, e-learning all the time. Alright, we're done with the weighing scales for this evening, so we're going to get our liquids scale. For people that think that I'm not messy, I am. Look, I've got powder everywhere. No worries. Thank you very much, Crafting Nut, for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Alright, milk is going in there. Thank you for everybody else who is still hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Alright, so got my milk, a little bit of powder is going in, and then we are going to be, I wonder if I should just pour it in as I'm whisking. If that might make more sense, do you reckon? Excuse me, I am going to switch this on. It may make a noise, so if you're funny with noises, turn down your volume, but I'm just going to mix a little bit and add this. Wow, that suddenly took me by surprise. I don't know why. Oh no, that's getting my powder everywhere. That wasn't a good idea, Sharon. It splattered everywhere, look. not as much control. So I think this is where I need to get one of those little hand whisks that I've seen Claire using, because it does really go all around the sides there. And then come in with my big whisk just to get rid of any lumps. You really don't want any lumps. Marie, what would you like on your pancakes? Is she being nice? Marie, have you still not used your resin that I sent you up yet? My sis, she likes to do proper sculptures. And what I mean by proper sculptures is, what have you made sculptures with, Marie? Is it like iron, metal, cardboard? You name it. Alright. Sorry, very hard to see what's going on in chat. I hope you're being looked after. Sifting the powder. I could try sifting the powder next time. It looks, might be a good option. I could try that. I'm going to keep buying stuff. It's a reason to keep buying stuff. And I'll just say, Neil, I need it. I need a special sift for my for Jesmonite. I think the more you work with stuff, the more you're learning and you get ideas from people. And it's just all about perfecting your process, isn't it? Trying things. You should try a resin sculpture. I've got one working to the side here just as a tease, but you're not going to get to see it just yet. I've got one more layer to add to it. It does involve a lot of gold leaf. That's a little bit of a spoiler alert for you all. If you haven't already, please remember to give me a thumbs up. That really does help my channel, and it helps YouTube sort of put the content out there to get to more people. Alright, I'm nearly at the stage where I'm going to get my whisk out. And then we're going to hopefully get rid of the bubbles. But so I think for my shopping list next week, it's a towel for in here, or should I say this week, and a sieve for my Jesmonite. By the end of playing with all this Jesmonite, my cooking skills should go up. Can you add jasmine flowers to Jesmonite? Because Jesmonite is so opaque, I can't see you being able to see them, but again, I'm not an expert, I'm still exploring it. I think you'd be able to put them on top of the Jesmonite and let it set, and then maybe you'd have to do a clear coat of resin on the top of them to see them, but because it is so opaque, I just think you'd lose them. But learning. Alright, I'm going to put these into two separate pots now. We'll mix our colours up and we'll put them in because we're on our timer. And again, apologies that I can't see chat at this stage or respond. Oh, I've got a few lumps in there, Sharon. That's not good. So when you start pouring it like this, you think, oh, is there going to be enough? I think there will. I have to make sure I get everything around the edge. And again, think of those memories when you were a child, either at your mum's or your nan's. They'd be making cake and then you could eat the leftovers from the bowl. Alright. I think that will have to do for now. And hopefully, I hope there's enough. I don't want to have to mix any more up just for a little bit. Alright, squeezing that into my bowl. It's a lot of tidying up to do afterwards. Alright, let me just make sure. I saw a few lumps in there. I just want to get rid of them. How are you all doing anyway? A sister resin sculpture off. Have you got the colour out? Oh, I don't know what's going on. I've so missed the chat. Alright. It was the blue and it was the amethyst, wasn't it? Alright. What? A lot of blue in. Just like that. It's like salt and pepper in it. Oh, that was a lot. God, there was so much mica. Alright. Mixing it up. So gonna catch up and chat. Oh, I love her trying to teach me resin sculpture, but she'd go mad at my messiness. No, I get mad. I wouldn't get mad anyway. But my baby sister actually inspires me. I think I've mentioned it before, but she's actually got an art degree. And she can absolutely paint and draw and everything better than me. But she's really into abstract art. But her rule is break all the rules with art. Isn't that right, Marie? Break all the rules. Don't do what people expect or think you should do. Do what you enjoy. Alright, we have both our colours mixed. And I really don't think there's going to be enough for both of them. Break the mould, yes. Break the mould indeed. I think I have broke the mould here. It's not fitting in. Back to the filing soon. Are we ready? We can do it. Alright, first one's going to have the straight blue in. I just really hope I've got enough. I think I might cry if we've not got enough. I mean, I won't really. That's a bit of an exaggeration. But if we don't have enough, it is going to be just one layer we're going to do. Because I really don't want to keep you here too much longer. One day I'll get more efficient at this. Oh, we are just short. I'm going to keep going now. It might keep coming out. So if we do, I'm going to have to go all the way to the top. There isn't enough. Oh, that sucks. Wait, there is still enough here. Let's have a little look. Come on, Sharon. Don't give up. It was a fine line between just having enough and not enough. But I suppose we could do thin ones. They don't have to be as thick as the other one. Although they were very thin. I'm talking to myself here. I'm having a full-on conversation with myself. Ronnie, thank you so much for your contribution and donation. That is so sweet. You've just made my evening, especially because my moulds are not fitting together on live at YouTube. Really, really appreciate that. Alright, we are just so near, but so far away from it. I reckon I'm going to, you know, because it's not fitting together anyway, we may as well totally rogue and... Oh, that's not going to fit in there either. No, I'm going to have to just do one and do it to the top. So, sorry, I can't give you a clean colour that you wanted because I'm having to top up. And if I use this in the other one, it's definitely not going to be enough because there was more in the blue than there was the amethyst one. But on a positive, I can make some more of those yummy bits that I can add into resin or the Jesmonite projects. Alright. So after all that, I'm only going to give you one more ring. How bad's that? Sorry, just getting the excess off because I really want this to try and fit in the other one. Ugh. Alright, so that's all in there. It's a nice little tone. And then I'm going to use a little bit more of this paper before I catch up on chat. This is where I really should be saying, Neil, get up here and keep everybody entertained, okay? What have we got in here? You came in late, Faye. It doesn't matter that you're late. We're just glad to have you here. And I've been playing with Jesmonite. So I'm just pouring out my excess here. so I can make some nice brittle bits ready for future projects. And then I'm trying to pluck up the courage to start sanding my Jesmonite again, because it won't fit. Ultimately, that's what's happening. I hope it's not boring for you all. It's not going quite as planned, but we're learning together, hopefully. And I really appreciate you spending your Sunday evenings with me. That's all I can say. Alright, Sharon, don't touch that. Let that set. That's setting as well. Alright, I can get that out of the way. I can get that out of the way. Oh wait, there's a bit more blue in there. Get as much out as I can to make my brittle things. Alright. Job's a good one. Alright, back to sanding. There's no way I can get away with it, but I best check my fingers are all clean actually. Alright, I do have the opportunity to slap these moulds then anyway. Get as many of the air bubbles out the way. Alright, what's going on with chat then? One ring less firing. Always look for the positives. That's what we've got to do. Push some of the Buterezzo in to increase the... Oh, I could have done that. Yeah. Thank you, Sharon. A bit late on that now. Sorry. Faith. Good idea with the Terezzo. Water-based resin like the crepius. Make sure you rinse your mouth out if you've got those stitches, infections, blood. It's not here. Oh, who's hurt there? Who's hurt there? Oh, I'm going to have to catch back on. I'll have to re-watch it so I can catch it with time. Who's hurt themselves? I hope they're okay. One less ring filing. Round cylinder. Everywhere. What actually is your mould going to be? Well, what actually is it going to be? It was meant to be either a vase or a container, and you just build it up to whatever level you wanted it to be. For me, it's going to just be another place where I might put my mixing sticks in or something like that. So the idea was to see what it could be. So I suppose it's going to be as good as your imagination. Oh gosh, can I get it out? Right, back to filing. I apologise. Hopefully, if I do it, I'm going to go fast. I don't know if that's going to make a difference. But I'm determined that I want this to just be together before you go. Because originally what I was thinking of, could it be like a vase? But then I started to think about, well, the fluid, how's that going to go? Would water sleep out the gaps? And then I started to think, well, maybe I could then put resin over it. So there's just a lot of things going through my brain as to what you could potentially use this for. And I do like the idea that you can have it as large or as small as you want. Yeah, so I got quite excited when I saw this and ordered it from Etsy. Not quite as excited now, but maybe I could create one myself that will fit properly and there won't be this issue. I like the fact that you're all keeping each other amused in chat. That's really, really helpful. Thank you very much for that. It's very hard for you to see, but it's so shiny. It's beautiful to touch, the Jesmonite. It feels very smooth, so it doesn't feel like concrete would. Alright, how are we going with this? Let's have a little look. Have a little look, Ski. Oh. Nearly there. It's this corner here. Oh, that was like chalk. Fingernails going down a chalkboard. That was really, really, really not good. Oh, I don't like that. That's still sending shivers down my... Oh, that wasn't good. I think if you haven't already, visit Claire from Claire's Crafty Corner. She has done a video where she compares the same mould, and she does it with plaster of Paris, Jesmonite and concrete, so you can see the different effects that you can get from them all. So it's a very informative video, and yeah, I really do enjoy Jesmonite because of the shiny feel that you have. I know it's dull compared to resin, but when you touch it, it's really nice. It's nice to touch. I'm working it, I'm still working it. By the time I've done this, the other end should be done. I think we need a big celebration and round of applause when it finally fits. We get in there. Oh! It's never going to come apart. Yes! Celebrate good time. Come on! Yes! It's fit. And those colours are looking lovely. And so far, they're what we are. So the idea is, I mean, obviously, I've got cracks here. Brittleness. And if I'd have tapped it, I wouldn't have had that. But I just want to show you the potential that this has. And I love, love, love this colour scheme. I might try this. It almost looks like a... am I just a bit delirious, but like a camouflage or cow pattern? I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I'm loving it. So hopefully we'll get to put one more ring on, and if I do enjoy this and the other ring goes in, what I might do is add a few more layers over this week and then show you how high I add it. Just getting rid of my excess powder from there. But yummy colour scheme. Viewer choice did really well with that. Alright, I have got a mess to clean up though. I have got crap everywhere. But in the meantime, while we wait, I'm going to catch up with chat and we're going to break up some more of that Jesmonite that we've created for the Terrazzo, you know what I mean, the bits. Hello Johnny, you missed it, we got it in. Alright, so here we are, we're going to snap it again. Camouflage, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Deb. It does look like camouflage. Ta-da, an amethyst cow. Yes, well, I was milking it, wasn't I? So, you know, it's come through into the art. What we were saying or feeling is what's come through. Yeah, so you can keep adding on to it. You can make it as high as you want. And originally when I was going to do this, it was going to be for the vases that I was creating with my resin flowers. And, you know, it could still turn into one of those. I think when the person sold these, just having one base and one of those, I don't think is good. I reckon that you needed at least 3 of these and a base. But I suppose you could make your own. It would just save a lot of time and effort than doing one and letting it set and then doing another. Anyway, so got some nice bits there. And the final one is the blue. I do love this blue. It's a lovely blue. So the little containers I'm going to be making are for putting things like this in. Hello Lee, Grace, lovely to see you. You managed to join us. It's been a very long live, so thank you so much for the people that stuck with me the whole way. For the people that's just joined, thank you also. It's been an eventful one. I think every live is an eventful one. Always learning, always getting a mess, and showcasing you the reality of some of the obstacles we face when we get some of these moulds. Yes, Sharon, I think I am delirious. I'm trying to think what else I've missed. Cotton candy floss, love that. Thank you all so much for celebrating with me. We've got this last one. Shouldn't be too much longer and it'll come out. Yes, so these bits, Marie, help me out people, you know I'm not very good at these bits. With Jesmonite, there's an official terminology where it's almost like mosaicing. But they call it terrazzo. But you can, in theory, put these different bits in there. And then you could have a different colour and then you'd sand it back and then these would come through. So it's kind of like mosaicing. Terrazzo. Oh, did I say that right? Alright, so, yeah. So Marie, you save these bits. So the idea is there's very little waste with Jesmonite because any bit that's left over, you can make your own little bits with them. And the world, you know, is up to your imagination. I should be tidying up, but I'm not. And I'm going to keep this to one side, this bad boy, because I have a feeling I'm going to need it again. So it's spelled terrazzo, said terrazzo. 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 Did I do that right then? Plaster of Paris. Terrazzo chips. For regular resin work well there too. That's really nice to know, Faye. Thank you. Have you got any other tips that you can share with us? Tear. You've got to remember I've got a Yorkshire accent as well. Alright, so I am going to put my... No, I'm not going to put anything away. I'm just going to watch what's going on with chat. We're just waiting for this to do its final curing. Probably got a couple of minutes left. Although this is nearly done. Not quite. Wait a little bit longer. And then we'll do the reveal. And then we'll see how we're going. If you haven't already, remember to give me a thumbs up. That'll really help my channel and helps my video get shared with other people, which is a nice way of saying thank you. Are your storage boxes by the door those plastic shoe boxes? Yes, they are. So on near Christmas, I ordered myself some and I spent a long time putting them together. They're sat on top of a shelf because they don't have a great amount of support, but that's where I keep all my moulds in there. There's lots of different moulds in and things like that. Just helps me stay a little bit more organised and helps me protect the moulds. In hindsight, I wish I knew just how flimsy they were, and I may have ordered something a little bit more sturdy, but they're actually really good for putting all your different bits and organising yourself. Mary, hello from Minnesota. Thank you so much for your kind words there. Yeah, I've got some more wind chimes coming up. I've got a video behind me that I've part done and I haven't finished it, but it's going to show you how I have done this with my resin. There is a nice little video coming out soon that shows you how I've got done a little bit that way. And there is also a video coming out showing you, oopsie, how I am evolving using one of these sewing things. Is it embroidery hoops? So yeah, videos that's been part done for nearly 2 months and I'm not finished, so I'm gonna promise to finish them for you all. Is that my new resin? None of those are the new resin. They've been there for a couple of months, but I do have a sculpture that's at the side of me that needs a final stage done that is from the new resin that I'm working with. So there'll be a nice video coming out, I think on Friday for that one, if I can get it done. What's the lovely colour blobs on my tree? Well, Marie, this is my tree of hope. So when I'm working on any of my projects, I keep the odd colour there to inspire me. So some of them are from when I did my sun catchers or sun charms, and some of them are my crystals that I've made. So anything that hasn't made it onto a piece yet, I've kept a bit to one side just to inspire me with different colour schemes. I like to put my dies in there so I can see what they look like when they're in resin, just to inspire me. I like it to be full of pretty things around me. I know sometimes it's hard for you to get the things that you need. I've done garnets. Like, yeah, I've got so many little projects that started and not finished, but I will get to them. You've got to be inspired sometimes, haven't you? And I think because I'm now going to be doing, I think, a Premiere Friday, a Sunday live hangout, I'm trying to get a few set things that I'm doing, and then to fit your projects in between. It takes a lot of juggling, especially now I'm back at work through the day, just trying to fit it all in. But first world problems, I've got my health, I'm here. I'm enjoying still sharing content with you all, and there's some amazing people. I'm finding though I am nearly approaching 50,000, something I never thought I would get to with my channel, because it's a very slow growing channel, but I'm really grateful for each and every supporter. But then I had a little spurt and it moved quite quickly, and now it's slowed right down on the very run up to 50,000. So I'm nearly about to hit 49. And then when I get to 50, it'll just be like celebrations for me, and there'll be a giveaway. But it's interesting. I think it's because we're now back at work, or I tried doing my videos every second day, but I just couldn't keep up with that and balance my day job, my life, and doing art. So it's a fine balance, isn't it? People that's got channels or do anything with art, how much you give to the art, the editing, and still have time to spend with Zeus or Neil. But glad I've got my health. Some chats there about the different things. My phone is you would like to, said I would like to give you a bunch of garnets for your projects. I have a ton of them and they're raw and unpolished. Well, that was absolutely beautiful. Thank you. Alright, let me see how we are with this final one. I think we are ready for the demoulding. So this is the one where originally we were going to go for 2. I didn't mix enough, so we've gone for 1. We were originally going to have 1 single colour, but I had to add 2 to get it to the top. Let's see if this is going to fit. Alright, let's help gravity. Alright. So it's come out. It is more or less 1 colour. So from the top you're only going to see the 1 colour. The purple's underneath. I'm just going to get rid of my excess bits to give it a chance to fit. Oh, I should be wearing my mask now. I best do, otherwise I'll get people moaning. Masks going on, safety first while we go into the dust. And what I am going to do is just get rid of my excess. Sounds like my Neil's coming upstairs. I hope he's going to bring me a cup of tea. Is that you, Morley? You bring me a cuppa? It's ages since we've had Neil on the camera, isn't it? Alright. Let's have a little look. Is it going to work? Oh, hello.
Hello.
You come and say a quick hello.
Say a quick hello.
He's not brought me a cup of tea. I'm so disappointed. He normally looks after me. Hello, Neil.
Hello. I'm having a bath.
He's not coming to hang out. He's having a bath.
Oh, evening up there. Wrong one.
Yeah,
Cameras
that's the one.
everywhere. I'm just shutting the door so if I walk past naked, no one sees me.
Yeah, no, it's not worked again. Hello, Johnny. You're saying hello to Neil, aren't you? Alright, so this last one has not freaking worked. Keep smiling, Sharon. What's that song? Keep smiling, keep shining. I reckon there must be one mould that's out. Because one fit and the other ones didn't. It's only slightly off, so I'm going to give it another quick sand. I do apologise. It doesn't make for riveting viewing, does it? Oh. I promise, I reckon I'm going to try and get Neil next weekend if I can book him. No, not next weekend, he's doing the patio. I can't let him come and play, he's got to work on the patio. Next weekend, he's free. Probably after the patio, I'll get him to do a guest appearance and we'll see if I can talk him through doing some Jesmonite and see if he can create something. I'm sure he'll probably have more success than I've had tonight. No, I don't think it lost its shape because it's quite a sturdy one. The quite a sturdy one, I don't think it's lost its shape. I don't think its shape's quite right. The one I did last week definitely lost its shape because of the tapping or where it was. That went more oval. Yeah. I'm just glad I've done this with Jesmonite and not resin because you wouldn't have been able to sand back your resin the way we're sanding back the Jesmonite, in my opinion anyway. But we're going all the way. Let's see if we can get it done. What was that? Or is it blowing out when you fill it? It could be blowing out, but it's, you know, you can get some moulds that seem really fragile. This doesn't. It definitely feels like it's got a lot of support in there and that it's not like moving. I think I'm going to get some measurements of it. I'm going to put like take a print of it and then see if it does match up to the other one, because I'm not overfilling them. I genuinely don't know where it is. I think I might have to create my own moulds if I want to do something like this. Go ahead, tell me I'm going to start shoving it in and you just remind me it's brittle. Don't force it, Sharon. Do not force it. Nah. Well, it's been a very long live, so I'm tempted to just leave it here so you don't have to watch me sand it, and then I can show you the finished pieces of it. It's not really riveting viewing for you, is it? Alright, see you later. Bye, Cheryl. Thank you so much. Do you reckon doing this while drunk? Well, you know, you might be able to. Are you talking about me doing it while you're drunk, or you creating while you're drunk? You're not mixing with any sort of blow torches or anything like that. Might make you be more creative. I'm not condoning being drunk though, by the way. Don't get mad with me, people. Rosie, just bought my first Jesmonite mold today and so in love with the medium. So many possibilities with it. I'm super excited. Thank you for sharing your tips. You know what? It is beautiful to work with, Rosie, isn't it? And it's only when you get your hands on it and try it that you realise it's lovely to touch. Bye, Johnny. Thank you so much for hanging out. You'd know nothing. I'd recommend doing pouring. That's less sauce. Yeah, have fun, I reckon. Bless your patience, Sharon. I would have thrown it out the window at this stage. Internally, I'm flapping like one of those, what is it, a swan. On the outside, I might seem graceful. I don't know. You might say I don't. But underneath, I'm flapping. I'm probably thinking, my real thoughts are, apologies for the swear word, but I might be going, poop, like shit, or, oh my god, this is boring, oh my god, this is not working, oh my god, what's going on, and the pressure. But I don't know, I think it's important that we show you the realities that these moulds don't always work. And this wasn't a very expensive mould, but it wasn't a cheap one. And, you know, it's keep going, believe in it. We might get there in the end. I don't know why I'm doing the inside there. I think I'm hoping it's a magic touch. But it is the reality of creating when using moulds. And sometimes you might pay, it might be more expensive from certain companies or certain people, but if the quality is there and you're not going to have the hassle, it is so worth it. I would prefer to pay slightly more, but know that it's not just a thoughtless mould, if that makes sense. Yes, it is good to show the bad and the good. At least then you're going to know, oh, I'm so nearly there. It was just gripping it. I tried 4 different ways just to make sure. It's like a Rubik's Cube. It's like, is it there? It's so nearly there. I can't get it out now though. Sorry, just got to get it back to where it was the nearest one so I can see what the angle is. I'm going to fit in. Hello, Zeus. Come to see me. Alright, so it is just... Alright, I can see where it is now. She says, Zeus is behind me. I know. The dog's come to us. He's like, come on, come on. He'd be excited because once he knows I've finished in here, it'll be time to throw the ball around the house for a little bit so that he can go crazy. He has brought me, and the cats have brought so many mices in today. We live very near a woodland area, so the cats are always bringing him a treasure, which is awful to find, but it is nature. Sometimes I manage to catch live ones and let them go back into the woodland area. Sometimes, unfortunately, not so much. But I have screamed a few times today at having to chase mices out of the house. The joys of having cats and dogs won't be without them. But the cats are definitely training Zeus to think that he is a cat with some of his behaviours. If he does unfortunately find a wildlife creature, he tends to want to play with it like a cat would. Do you want to go out, mate? Yeah, do you want to go out? There you go. He's not a lover at being in my art room. I think I mentioned earlier, some of the lights, because they're big and black, they scare him. Alright. Do we feel we're nearly there now? I just can't believe that 51 people have stayed with me for this. It's probably because you all feel my pain and you're all wanting to see, can we get it to work in the end? Can we see if this is going to work? You can see where it's brittle. I've chopped my end off. Oh, look. That's what happens when it's brittle and you're trying to force it in. No. Oh, well. Be able to stick that together with a bit of resin. Oh, if I can't get it in this go, I tell you, I swear. Well, I'm not going to swear, but I will come back and get this to. I'll keep sanding it. I don't even know what I'm saying now. All right, that is definitely not going to go in without a little bit more work. Does anybody have any questions for me before I throw this out the window? Oh, I'm sure I can fix it. Marie, honest to God, it's one of those things, I can't walk away from it now. I cannot walk away from it. I am going to turn the end of this video into a success. And with the bit that's come out, I'm just going to stick it together with glue. Yes, Laura, I am Bob the Builder's wife. Can she fix it? Yes, she can. We're going to get it in there. One for all and all for one. I will not give up. Oh my word. So many times. It's like one of those, if you can see me laughing now, it's they're tears. They really are tears. I mean, there's one thing failing behind the scenes when it's not live, because you can cut out 4 hours worth of editing. When it's live, it's kind of like, nah, this is my reality, people. You are going to stick with this with me to the end. But it is so not worth the hassle, this mould, in my honest opinion. The concept, brilliant. The colour scheme, absolutely love. The idea, brilliant. These freaking moulds, don't buy them, in my opinion. I'm learning so much. You can do anything we can. We're just going to get it in here. It looks so painful for you. It really is painful. It really is. Stick with me. It's 10 times better than TV. Well, I'm glad it is. I'm glad I entertain you. It's the reality, and it really is. Oh dear me. I haven't even got the confidence to try it just yet. If you could have seen me behind the scenes trying to get my round lid into my oval pot, there was a lot of cursing going on there. A lot of cursing. I've got my tissues all to bits now. I can't even go into there and get any now because Neil's took over the bathroom. It's very inconsiderate of him, eh? I'm going to blow through my mask again. I think that went in my eye, did it? No. Alright. Oh. I've cracked more of it. No, my big bit's now gone into 2 little bits. That's not good. Oh, just... Oh. I really just want to hammer now and knock it in. I really am at that point where it's just like, whatever, here's the vase. But it is so near. It is so near. Stop pushing, Sharon. No, honest, I am so angry with it. I'm not really pushing. I swear I'm not. I was just trying to force it in gently. Alright, we are back to calming. We are sanding. I know, I do want to smash it. I really want to smash it. Maybe I can turn it into big terrazzo bits. Oh, dear me. Breathe. Oh my god, I've got shit on my face. Patricia, I've got tears running down my face and perspiration down my back. I swear to everything holy, for the love of everything creative, to whatever God you believe in out there, please say a little prayer for me. Help me. I'm not going to give up, because the satisfaction when this has been filed down to within an inch of its life, but it fits in there, I am going to be so relieved. So relieved. Oh, so I just need it to go in here. I will not sleep. Are you all in? Are you here with me until the end? Until I get this bad boy to fit in there. Oh, I think I need. Oh, dear me. Holy. Early night. I'm meant to be having an early night. Yes, I am too. Thank you for supporting me. Oh, dear me. I don't even know what time it is. Oh, no, it's still alright. For me, it's, what is it, coming up 11 o'clock? I'm alright. Oh, Remember, it feels lovely. We're all invested in this, yes. Oh dear. Well, if we're going to fail, we may as well do it epically, eh? Having said that, it is not a fail, because the whole point of today's, and this is me self-talking myself into a positive place, stay with me, was to all connect with you. The whole point of these live is to hang out with you all, answer any questions, get to all know you all, hang out, maybe create something beautiful with Jesmonite. How's it going? Oh, 1 a.m. here and I'm not giving in. Sharon, thank you so much. No failing, I learn. Yes, I am learning. I am learning that I've got some loyal supporters out there that are willing to stick with me through me just filing, and filing. And then trying to force something into a place it's not meant to go. Using brute force and cracking my brittle Jesmonite. But I have found the most beautiful colour combinations I want to work with for viewer's choice. And I have been able to share with you that these moulds suck. I'm sorry, the creator of them, but they suck. Oh, I feel so much better for that. Oh, all right. I should really just say, you tell me when to next stop and try it. It is definitely on the outside here. I'm going very hard now. I mean, there is a serious amount of white powder that's in front of me. We're all connected and invested in you. Can't leave now. We just need to see it finish. But yes. Oh, we do need to see it finish. We so do. I have to see it finish, and it nearly bedtime. I'm so trying to get there, but I think we're all the same, aren't we? It's like we need to see it fit just so that we can all sleep better. Otherwise, you're all going to be getting up thinking, did Sharon get it to fit? Did it fit? And my rag's so messy. All right. I've got tissue now in there. It's all breaking up. All right. Come on, Sharon. Let me get a wipe. Oh, she's dropping her tissues. I can feel I'm calming down. Am I sounding convincing? All right. Let me get rid of the dust that's gone around here. A little edge that needs fixing and gluing. You there? All right. Oh, it's so nearly there. I have to take my bits out that's fallen out. Sorry, I'm just making sure it's in a level place before I try and force it in. Oh, take those bits out. Oh, it's so nearly there. It just won't go. Ow! It's in, but Houston, we have a problem. Well, I have a bit that's fallen out there, a bit that's fallen out here, and then a bit that fell out there as I got it in. So, the positive is we have it to fit, and if I hold it that way, you wouldn't really know. It's now a hole in bars. It flew to my left foot, Sharon. I'm glad you noticed it. There's bits everywhere. We probably can use these bits in there, because look at that crack there. This is how, look. So it fits, but I'm going to have to patch it up. So the moral of the story is, if we look inside, it's beautiful. From that angle there, absolutely beautiful. Look at that colour combination. If we pull it down this way, oh wait, that way, look at that colour combination. Yeah, I can just remove that layer, can't I? Oh, let's see. Oh, it's not going to fit in that one now, Patricia. It's not fitting in that one. They don't interlink. I don't know what to do about it. Oh, no, I'm not going to force it in. I am going to sand it delicately off screen. Because that won't fit in there. That's all broken. That will fit in there. It will fit. I'll make it fit. But I am not letting you sit here and watch me. Let's pretend it's that way, like that. Look at that. We now have this lovely tub that fits in. Oh, it does. Look. Little bit of sanding needed, but it's there. Doesn't quite fit down, but we now have a kind of bowl that now doesn't have anything crushed, but it does need a hammer to get in there. Oh, it just doesn't feel satisfying because it's just not popping. You know, you just want it to pop so you feel satisfied. And somebody I think's donated some money and I think I've missed it. Maybe I'm not. Anyway, I just want to say a sincere thank you to you all for hanging out with me and sticking with it. And it's kind of like this mould, I'm not going to bother with again. I'm done with the mould. Zeus, don't take it though. No, don't eat it. But we are going to love you and leave you because you have been so patient with me. You have all hung out with me through my trials and tribulations. Some positives in there. Some stuff that didn't work great. Colour scheme, absolutely lovely. We'll come back and revisit that. Thank you so much for all your encouragement. And thank you so much for all that filing that accounted to nothing. And I didn't really show you the end result, but I do love Jesmonite. Thank you so much. If you want me to continue doing these Sunday hangout sessions, let me know. And I just want to send love out to you all. Keep safe, keep creating. I'll see you on the next video. I'm going to have a strong Malibu and coat now. Do some deep breathing exercises and clean up. But I have actually really enjoyed it. So have a lovely evening and thank you so much. You will never know how much it means you're hanging out with me and sticking with me through these shenanigans. Have a